we've actually been having.
Nollywood has long been Nigeria's cultural engine, churning out stories that mirror, magnify, and sometimes mythologize everyday life. Yet, for all its global reach, the industry still carries a blind spot, the female perspective. Too often, women appear on screen as wives, witches, or comic relief, while the creative and financial power behind the camera remains heavily male. That imbalance is what Biodun Stephen, one of Nollywood's most prolific and award-winning filmmakers, hopes to change. She has joined forces with the Women in the Arts Collective to launch a bold new initiative, the female representation and advancement in media projects.
Imitates life, and many of the things that life have been imitating is some of the hand cultures, the sentiments, the nights that have been handed over. And when we are saying that we want a robust, we want a change, that begins with us. And it begins with how we even present females in film, how we present certain narratives, how we flip them. So it's very important at this point.
I think we're looking at the storytelling, right? So it's not just about women in the industry, but it's like what roles are they playing, what kind of stories are being told about the complexities of women's lives and women's characters and nuances of their lives. And so you can't get that without that inclusion of women's perspectives, and that is both in front of the camera and behind the camera, from writing to editing to cinematography to all of those sorts of things. But also, I think it's also part of the conversation wasn't just about having more women, but it's also about how are we expanding the scope of storytelling, right?
Research has shown that the lack of female representation is perpetuating harmful gender norms. What that means in a nutshell is that women are mistreated, and it's because we're perpetuating stereotypes in the media, in film, in music, and we just need to balance it, to balance the narrative.
If we only represent a specific kind of woman, a specific kind of person on our screens, in our media, be it advertising, be it film or television, a lot of the times it catches on. That's what you keep seeing. Those are the narratives you keep perpetuating by these, harmful stereotypes that you portray. So we have to be we have to actually be very intentional about what we're doing. We have to recognize that these things are not helping us, and we have to work in making sure that they begin to put up on your screens in media, from advertising, television and TV, positive female representation, or at least representation of women that is more multifaceted, not one-dimensional.